All right. Well, this lady, man, has she been on a serious journey over the past couple of years? She was a high end hospitality worker, and I mean that in the best sense of the term, in terms of being a cook, a chef, all that great stuff. From there, she goes and starts up her own clothing line. Then gets back into the food industry, kind of sorta, as an influencer in the foodie world, and still does that. And then she gets into the Bills tailgate industry with game day hospitality. She's everywhere. Buffalo Food Slut, Madeline Hall joins us on the show. Good to see you.
I love that. What an intro.
Hey, it's everything, right? I mean, that's pretty much
True.
what you've been doing during most of your adult life, right?
It has been. The growth has been insane. I never thought that running a food blog would take me to where I am now, but I always knew I was going to be my own boss. I just didn't know what industry that was going to be, but I say it a million times. I don't know if you were ever in hospitality, but the hospitality industry, everyone should do it for a year. Teaches you so much and how to work with so many people, customer service, and it really helps my work ethic 100%.
I mean, you have an incredible work ethic because you're always working. I mean, if anybody follows Madeline anywhere on any of her social media, it's like, and this, I wrote this down. Literally, I'm not kidding you. I have a big giant circle around it. I was going to ask you if you ever take a day off.
Today was like kind of one of those days. I don't take meetings on Mondays unless like the company only can do that. Like after a tailgate, is my one day, but I still have to repost, make reels, and do all social media aspects. And my LinkedIn is part of that. And just following up with some people to create meetings for the week. But in my head, I can do that on my couch and I can do that like at home and just hang out, and I live right in the Elmwood Village, so I'll go to Butter Black or go somewhere and just go get some food. So it's kind of a day off, but I'm at the mindset where I will retire when I'm 40, and I'm going to work my ass up until then.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because I'm still waiting for that light to go off for me to find out what I want to do, like and not have a boss. Because I've been wanting to do
Yeah.
something. I just can't figure it out. And I'm glad it went off early for you in life and that you found it out. And that, I mean, you clearly love what you do. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, either that or you hide it really well. Because when you're doing all your posts, I'm like, man, she is having so much fun. She's doing so many cool things. She's traveling all these places, man. It's really awesome. Like, so do you? It seems like the term influencer gets used almost overused. I mean, do you
Yeah, I
mind?
hate it.
You okay? I was going to ask you. Okay, go.
Yeah, no, I try to let people know. I just wrote an email the other day, working with a company. I had Morgan Wallen's company reach out to me. They have this iced tea product, and right away it was, oh, influencer marketing, influencer marketing. And then I sent them over my creative director portfolio of all the clients that I've worked with, in Buffalo, New York, and Toronto, and New York City, LA, Miami. And nobody knows this part of me. And that's why, like, it's really cool. I'm dropping some crazy news, like January 3rd-ish, that like nobody knows. And also leading up to that, just a big rebrand of like who Madeline Hall is, because so many people only see me as Buffalo Food Slut and they only see me as an influencer. And I'm like, oh, you guys don't even know the back end with influencer marketing is creative directing. You can take influencer and you can just do influencer stuff and say, hey, I like drinking this water bottle. Oh, I love wearing this t-shirt. Or you can go the back end of business, which I have a film background. I was president of the cable club when I was in high school. I was the film director, producer of a TV show on actual air. I minored it in college, and getting a product when I find something that I'm in love with, and I reach out to them and I say, oh, who's doing your photo shoot for the product launch? And they're like, oh, well, we're just gonna like use some of your influencer stuff and like make that a product launch. I'm like, no, I'm like, let's do this right. Let me hire the models, the videographer, the photographer, make the mood board, do the concept. Like, I love it. Hartman's Distillery, have you heard of them?
Of course.
They're one of my biggest clients, and we did this whole entire product launch of their liqueur, and we were in and out of his facility in 2 hours. And the photo shoot and concept that we did, hiring half real models, half influencers, like, was amazing. And I was able to put that together in like 30 minutes. But other people might look at that like rocket science. To me, I just work crazy fast under pressure, procrastination. But that is something that I just want people to know. Even with Game Day Hospitality, I came on as an influencer for them. Then I was their social media, manager, and then I'm the vice president. And I'm doing a lot of rebranding every single day. We work with UB students now. We have like 35 UB students. We just gave a few of them pay raises and actual job titles instead of just like setup and breakdown. So it's really exciting to take what I learned from Buffalo Food Slut and maturing it into this business. But I want people to know that I do so much more than influencer marketing. So thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. Game Day Hospitality, by the way, for people that don't know what it is, and there's, trust me, people that are watching this football show may not know what it is. I clearly do because I know you through your uncle and through your cousin. I mean, obviously, so I mean, we have a history together. But and then of course I follow you too.
Yes.
But but tell people about Game Day Hospitality and what you guys do and how this thing has just totally taken off.
So, we used to kind of market it, or my business partner did, is, oh, it's a tailgating company. But as we've done this rebrand and really brought in experiential marketing, it is an experiential hospitality company doing 150 events a year. Buffalo, New York is our biggest one. The business started in 2017 from John Mikulak, and I just came on a few years ago, but he was always doing a bunch of different cities. But we have 9 NFL cities that we work with. We have a college team where Josh Allen went to college, Wyoming. I don't know if it's Wyoming University, but
University of
I
Wyoming,
went there
yeah.
and Wyoming University. And it's funny because we have a big clientele and big fan base in Charlotte for the Panthers. But this year the Panthers weren't too good. But I had to dress up as a full Panthers fan and do all the social media. So John will take me out to some of those cities to just build enough content to last the year. So I'll just edit everything, build a social calendar so it can keep going. But the way that we are different is the part of the experiential part. I mean, our tailgate, you saw any videos from last week, or what was it? Yesterday. We had a Santa Claus, we had an elf, we had a girl Grinch, a guy Grinch, we had backdrops everywhere, we had a big Santa Claus chair, Christmas trees everywhere with this huge blow up arc that went over our stage that was 40 by 20. We had a mechanical buffalo that you can ride. We had wine tasting from Thurman Thomas's wine. We had tequila tastings from Caleb Presley's company that works for Barstool. We had special guests. We had the announcer from the Sabres. I'm terrible at names, but everyone was obsessed with him. So that was fun. And we get awesome special guests like Eric Wood, Andre Reed, to John Fina, Boobie Dixon. Boobie Dixon was a riot at our tailgate. We loved him. But we are doing private tailgates, and also we are not just a tailgate company. We specialize in corporate companies. Wherever there is people, we are there hosting them.
That's so cool. So for people that, like, let's just say they're sick and tired of setting up their own tailgate. It's a hassle. It's a long day, and they want to enjoy what you guys do. So what do people, if they want to go to the tailgate against the Jets this weekend and they want to be part of Game Day Hospitality, first of all, what do they do and what are they getting?
So it is a hassle-free tailgate, and we mean that. You show up and everything's taken care of, from the fire pits, from the tables, chairs, the heaters that we have. We have TVs playing the other games that are going on in the VIP area, so a little bit of an upgrade. We have a DJ, and if we don't have a DJ, we have a live band. And then we have chicken wings made on site. So we have Double Dubs, which is Josh Allen's favorite chicken wing company from Wyoming, or we have Wing Nuts. Next week, we have Wing Nuts, which is Barstool Sports and a ton of the Bills players' favorite chicken wings. So they have fryers on site making wings. We have Salon's hot dogs on charcoal, open pit, getting cooked. O'Neill's, that's right next door, does all of our catering. They do 3 waves, so the food is fresh. Then we have full liquor service in the VIP bar, and then regular beer and seltzers for the regular tickets. But you just go on GameDayBuffalo.com and go grab your tickets, and there's 3 different tiers: non-drinking, drinking, and VIP. Eventually we're going to be doing ultra VIP with like having personal chefs in there, like different uniforms for the workers and just like leather furniture, turf. We're going a little bougie these days. But when we mean hassle-free, like that's the point. Like my parents used to set up a whole entire tailgate. They came once to my tailgate after me 8 times, like 8 tailgates in a row of me begging them to like just come by for an hour, come see it. They came once, and for the last 2 years they've never gone back. And they had
Awesome.
great real estate. They had great people that they were next to forever. And they're like, the fact that we just get to show up and we don't have to bring a thing to us just is everything. And my parents get a little special treatment.
Yeah, go figure. Um,
Hey, do you have to work on game day? Can you come by? Have you ever been
no,
to a
I can come
tailgate?
back. No, I've only seen it. I haven't been.
Oh my God. Yeah. Let me know. We'll
I
send
will.
you a
I will.
ticket. You
I
got
will.
to
Thank you.
experience it.
Okay, I will do that. So you have seen Bill's Mafia sort of next level. I mean, do they continue to surprise you? Because you've obviously, as your thing has grown, obviously your crowds have grown. There's more people now, and the energy level has grown. I mean, talk about Bill's Mafia. I mean, this is a football show we're on, so talk about Bill's Mafia. Not only home with the games at Highmark, but you've done a bunch of stuff on the road with Bill's Mafia as well, right?
100%. We were just in LA with Andre Reed. So we've been blessed to do a lot of private parties for Bills players, but it's always been private. But a few of them lately are obsessed with being a part of the Bills Mafia crew. And they're like, you know what? As long as we have our own area, like we want the fans. We want to meet everyone. And LA was just that to a T. You know, people coming from around the world, and so many people that were truly from Buffalo, New York, that have been living out in LA, or their roommate in college was a Bills fan. But like the outfits that they keep coming out with, like, are insane. And in Detroit, it was freezing and raining, but that did not stop anyone. We basically sold out of that tailgate. And people are just coming up to us. Like in Buffalo, we have on Sunday, we had 10 countries and 20 states at our tailgate. We had
Wow.
15 people from Australia, and it was 4 different groups. And 2 of them had mutuals, 2 of them went to college together. Like, I think it's the sense of community, running into people and just being like, oh, I'm a Bills fan because my mom went to college at this university and her roommate was from Buffalo. And you're like, okay, so you're a Bills fan now. But like, it's cool too, because I obviously run game day's Instagram page. So now I'm learning so much about football. And I can't believe how many famous people are getting on board, and all the news reporters. Like, you saw when they came to Buffalo with the red jacket, the guy who like gave the red jacket to a Bills fan and like sent it back to him. And then I'm literally just clicking on the TV, and then all of a sudden I see sports reporters with folding tables, and they're breaking tables, but they've never talked about Buffalo before. You know, I say, if you're a product and you're trying to get into a new market yourself as Bills Mafia, because they
Yeah.
are going to jump on board, literally jump on board.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so people, if they want to go, once again, give out the website, and then I want you to give out your personal stuff too, so people can follow you.
Amazing. Game Day Buffalo. The company as a whole is Game Day Hospitality. So if you are in other cities and you are a Panthers fan or a Kansas City fan, we do have hubs that's meant for those fans as well. But most importantly, we're Bills Mafia. So GameDayBuffalo.com, Game Day Buffalo on Instagram, and our Instagram does over 2.2 million impressions a month, and it's great content, personal. We answer all of our DMs if you have any questions. And then myself is Buffalo Food Slut, or Madeline Hall, BFLO. And you are going to start to see a lot more behind the scenes of what it takes to be a quote unquote influencer, creative director, and really branding yourself as a business owner.
Yeah, we are just days away from this big announcement from you, so we're looking forward
I
to
know.
that.
It's so funny. People were going up to my brother, his fiance, my business partner, cornering them at the gym, cornering them at that bar. What's the news? What's the news? You know, and I love it. I'm like, for once in my life, I'm keeping something private until I can publicly announce it. And that's like the most exciting part.
Good for
A
you.
little
Good
bit
for
of a
you.
campaign.
Yeah, and you've already put out hints subtly, I'm sure, throughout this interview. So I can't believe I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm not that good of a detective. So anyway, if you want to go to the tailgate, it's, by the way, it's like right on Abbott. If you're
Right
going
next to
down,
O'Neill's.
yeah, right next to
Across the
O'Neill's.
street from Prohibition. But
Yep.
it is like, we gave it like it's like kind of like a speakeasy vibe. Like, when you're getting your wristbands on, and then all of a sudden you walk through the gate, and then all of a sudden it just opens up to a sea of thousands of people. It's pretty awesome.
It's a beautiful thing. Hey, great to see you. I am so happy for all
Yes.
your success. Keep it going, and we look forward to January 3rd.
Thank you.
And the
Cheers.
Jets. Cheers to you.
Yes. Can't wait. Go Bills.
Go Bills.